Oh, no, he didn't.
Girl, yes, he did.
It's the podcast, and we're back. Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with us. We got some exciting stuff coming up. I promise you we do. We shared a video last week, so hopefully if you're following our Facebook page, you got a chance to check that out, and you got a little preview of some stuff that we're going to tell you about soon. But make sure you are subscribed, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share. YouTube, Patreon, all them things is available to you. How you doing, girlfriend?
I'm great. I'm here. I'm accounted for.
She is here and accounted for. That's all. We can't go ask for too much more. Okay, that's bonus. I'm feeling good. A lot going on in the world, and right now we're claiming everything is positive, right? So right now it's all good. So this is what we're talking about this week. Are we seeing other people? Are we seeing other people? So I have noticed or realized, like, I probably hadn't been like somebody's only person they're dating probably in a long time. Even in situations where I probably thought they was my boyfriend, I probably ain't been the only one somebody's been dating. What do you think? Where do you think you fall on that assumption?
I feel like I'm pretty much the same.
Meaning they're probably
in the past, and recent people that I've talked to, I don't think I've been the only one they've been dating.
Okay, and you don't care.
It's not. I mean, if we're not exclusive, that's not an issue, right? It hasn't been an issue. So it's like, I know, I'm pretty sure you're dating other people.
And so are you dating other people in those situations? Not
normally.
And why is that?
I would be open to dating other people. Some of them, yes, I have been seeing other people, but like I don't know. It just depends on my mood.
So the answer is no, because our mood usually says I can stand one at a time.
Yeah. It depends on my mood. If I'm like loosely dating, going on dates and stuff like that, then that's one thing. If I'm dating someone pretty consistently, I'm probably not dating a lot of other people around,
Okay, but if you're dating that person consistently, that does not mean you're dating them exclusively, which means you possibly could be dating someone else.
There's a difference between consistent and exclusive. Yes.
Okay. And so I have found in my experience, I can be dating someone consistently. I've never assumed that meant exclusively, and I probably thought it didn't mean exclusively. And sadly enough, the last few people I've dated so-called exclusively, I don't think they was exclusive. So I'm in a space where I'm dating. What happens is we get on this vicious cycle. We meet this one person that we want to invest some time and energy into. It lasts for a few months. It doesn't pan out to go past that. And now we ain't in the mood to do nothing for the next few months. And then you wake up and you're 46 dating 60-year-olds. And so I am conscious of dating. Everybody I go out with, I've mentioned on the last few episodes about doing online dating. Everybody I'm going out with is not the one. And I'm not going out with them for them to be the one. I'm going out with them to date, to stay actively engaged with the dating process. But what I have noticed with men that I have dated consistently, who I assume I am not dating exclusively, they have a problem when you offer this idea that we're all dating other people. So the question is, I'm pretty sure you're dating other people. Why is it when I say we're dating other people, you have a problem with it? And I've seen it on more than one occasion where a guy that I'm dating consistently, not exclusively, that I do know is dating other people, if I make a comment about we're dating other people, they're like, wait a minute, who are you dating?
How does that make you feel initially to hear something like that?
Like they sound crazy.
Okay.
Because I'm only offering that information to be clear that we're dating other people. I'm not talking about another man. I'm not giving details about another man. I'm acknowledging that we're dating other people.
Do you think it's important to acknowledge that? Because I would, in my thought process, I would say, it's not something I would necessarily just volunteer. If the conversation lends itself to that and I'm talking to someone, then I would mention, I don't have a problem mentioning it. But like some people probably feel like they need to say, hey, just so you know, we're not exclusive and we're dating other people. Do you think that's an important conversation to have?
I've only mentioned it in the context of when it matched. Like I don't just say, oh, hey, by the way, we're dating other people. Right. It's in the context of, some innuendo, some concept, something where I'm like, but we're not together like that. We dating other people, so that's cool. Or it might be, I'm asking you for you to respect me in the context of our time together. But so you're not gonna go talk to another woman while I'm sitting here, okay? But if you need to make arrangements for what you do in your free time when I'm not sitting here, I don't care. You ain't my man. But I'm also not your woman. And so it's interesting how men kind of see it as negative. And it's like, should I not tell a dude who is not exclusive with me that I am not exclusive with him?
I don't know, because that's their approach a lot of times, right? They try to act like, or either avoid the conversation or lie about it,
Right.
So it's like, why not just be open adults?
That's what's so stressful about being an adult at this point is, hey, if you don't want me to date anybody else, then
you may need to make me exclusive.
Well, and that also means you don't want to date nobody else.
Right.
Now, most men don't want the woman to date anybody else, but they still want to be able to do whatever they want to do. So they offer this idea of exclusivity for the woman to feel like this is her man. However, he's still doing whatever he want to do.
Yeah, this is the audacity thing.
It goes back to audacity, because most women would say, well, dude, why'd you ask me to marry you? Or why'd you do all that if you were still out here doing XYZ? We could have both been doing XYZ, or I could have not been here with you. And so that's where we go off the rails historically. I'm not saying women don't cheat. I'm not saying women don't lie, but we're just speaking from my perspective that by the time a relationship or a situationship goes off the rails, it's generally because a man has asked of you a certain level of attention and time and energy. And when you acquiesce and offer him that, and then they just poo-poo on it, you're like, wait a minute, with my last boyfriend that was in Texas, by the time he took 17 years to get me back, I don't understand how you are not the world's greatest boyfriend. Like, I'm actually in shock and amazed that you could figure out how not to be the best boyfriend. And by best boyfriend, I just mean returning a phone call within 4 days. So it's the mitigated gall and audacity that it's like, boo, we could have all just been out here living our best lives. When we see each other, we see each other. When we talk to each other, we talk to each other. And it's all good. Nobody is overly committed to an idea of forward movement or intention or commitment. We enjoy each other how we do.
What do you think the psyche is behind that with men? Is this a historical thing that men take this approach to dating women and don't want them to date other women? I mean, other men.
Men want to feel desired. And if it's by 25 women, they gonna want all 25 of them to want them.
Want them and them only.
In the moment. It don't matter. I can be married, happily married, but she paid me so much attention at the office, I couldn't let that go. This one ain't got nothing to offer me and it's gonna ruin my life, but it's exciting that she won't me though, man. Look at her booty. She want me. Look at her booty, and she want me. And so it's this thing about outside validation that men tend to like and enjoy. They want to be able to show their boys the picture of the next one. It's something like this ego, this machismo, this whatever that, they're not telling the story necessarily of, man, look what I bought my wife. Oh man, I'm surprising my wife with this day. She gonna die, I'm gonna record it.
Right.
That's not what we hear. We like, oh man, look at this new one that work at the office. I'm probably gonna hit that. And you're like, but wait. So I think it's just fragile male psyche that needs a lot of outside validation. I think we've talked about it a little bit before. What's interesting in being this age and on the back nine is a lot of men are just now starting to become handsome.
Yeah, and don't know what to do with that.
They don't know what to do. They late bloomers. They just not starting to get that gray in their beard. They just not growing a beard. They lost weight because now they on blood pressure medication. So they taking care of themselves different. Like they just now blossoming at 50, right? And so they got a good career. They got a job. They hot stuff, right? And so now you got all these women like us that's got our thing together. And guess what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's a different one every day. Well, if Wednesday is sitting there and Wednesday say, oh, well, I can't do Friday. Well, what you got to do? Whatever. I don't. And so in that moment that you act like you ain't 100% in, that's an assault to the ego. Right. Because everybody else is trying to be here 100%. Where you going? Who else you talking to?
So what do you think? Do you think we should continue our approach of being open and honest, not necessarily volunteering the information, but if the conversation lends itself to that, hey, I am actually dating other people. Just
I think
is that something we should do, or should we take the male approach and just?
I think think moving forward, it ain't nobody's business. If you are proposing to me, then we exclusive. I think I have always been so honest to a fault, and I don't want to mislead anybody, and I don't want to lie to anybody. So yeah, everything's always been on the table. But part of me feels like, okay, we might be dating, but if you haven't stated an intention of a true commitment with me, there's no way I can offer that to you. Right. And that means statement of intention, moving in that way, making me feel like you want to spend some time for real with me. Then I got time and energy. I told a guy recently that I had gone on several dates with Bummer. He was like, I just don't see where you get the time. Now, I told him I made the time, right? I'm still busy, but I made the time because I'm paying attention to it. But you also have to think, depending on who a guy is, they, at a certain age, this person is 50. In his mind, he ain't trying to take 6 women out right now. So he's like, for me, it's easier because I'm not taking out 6 dudes.
Right.
6 it makes dudes took me out. So for a guy to hear that, it's like, at a certain age and at a certain point in their life, what I look like taking out 6 women? That's a different situation.
That's different. Yeah.
Right. That's not your blessing, sir. Okay. I can go on 6 dates with 6 men. I'm finding out what kind of tequila I like out of that. So it's just interesting that I think I'm at the point where I want somebody to believe that I'm all in. I'm dialed in. I want to form a relationship, partnership. You have all of my attention while you have it. If some other situation presented itself, I am single until I am not single. It's a lot of people that were engaged to other people, met people, broke off engagements, been together 50 years. So I just feel like, but it's a mindset, right? It's a mindset that I've had situations where a man wasn't even my man and I still wasn't paying attention to nobody else because of the energy and the time it takes. I ain't trying to do that. But now I'm to a place where I know what I want. I know what I don't want. I know what I can accept, what I won't accept, all that, to where I'm not going to offer nobody everything if they ain't offered me everything. Right. And I'm not going to pretend like I am, but most of that is my own mind. It's my own mind and how I move in the world. So it really ain't got nothing to do with them. It's about me saying, hey, boo, you still single. So I don't know. That's totally a personal thing. Lying. Right. What's the fine line between that and misleading or lying?
I think we care too much a lot of times about misleading and lying. And, there is a fine balance because we've been on the receiving end of that. So we don't really necessarily want to treat someone that way just because that's how we've been treated in the past as far as lying and stuff and deceitfulness is concerned. So, but at the same time, maybe we shouldn't take everything so seriously because men clearly don't, when it comes to stuff like that.
All their cards on the table. We need
So, maybe we should relax. It's just a relaxation and approach to life, and that part of life. So who knows?
Right. So I think we still date. We can meet someone we think we could spend some time with or invest some energy in, but you are still single until that person reciprocates or communicates an intention or makes a plan for a plan.
Yeah.
And just don't mention it. But in the couple times that I have mentioned it in the last few months, the men who I was not their girlfriend had a negative reaction to it.
Yeah. I would love to hear from my male listeners if you're so bold. You can actually send us an inbox if you're not. But what is that psyche like? What is that mentality like? Because there are married men who do that. And they'll have a little thing on the side. I'm like, well, I don't want you talking to anybody.
And be mad at her if she talking to somebody else.
How would you determine that?
You got a whole wife.
So there's, and so it's not just single men doing this, God bless the married men in that situation. But but yeah, it's a real thing. It is a thing from men.
God bless the married men.
Like, when I say, how you say God bless you is in the South.
Oh, okay, well.
Bless your heart. In that situation, yeah.
But it's an ongoing thing. And so I'm not trying to misrepresent, but I'm also not trying to make you think about me as, she's just trying to get free dinners, or she's just cycling through these dudes, or she's just trying to be on the come up and try. I had somebody on the dating app say to me, are you really single or are you just trying to find something better? Well, that sounds redundant. Excuse me, what? I've had several men on the app stop talking to me because there's no way you're single. I said, okay. Then they don't say nothing to me. Well, first of all, you on a dating app, I'm on a dating app. So that means I'm obviously making myself available. Now, what's amazing is you ain't nowhere gonna try to offer me your singlehood. So why you can't even get past hello because you don't believe I'm single?
Mm-hmm.
The farce of it all.
Baby, they need help now. We can talk about that all day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to, I based on the last two situations, I am not going to say I'm dating other people. I know I'm dating other people, and I know my heart and spirit is open for somebody to find me and make me their one. Now,
and that's it.
When I'm talking to right then, it might be somebody else, but I'm going to be clear about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all
to yourself, and that's all that matters, really. Mm-hmm.
And again, it's a fine line. I think you can go so far that you do start misrepresenting or lying, but at the most part, you know, and it really is case by case. Some guys are not going to be asking you about your time when they are not with you. It might be a GM text, it might be a WYD, but if they really ain't checking for you because they doing X, Y, Z, they ain't gonna ask you. Right. Recently, I'm talking to somebody and he'll tell me what he has going on that day, and he'll say, "What do you have going on today?" Now, so far, I ain't really had nothing to not say. So I'm like, I'm doing this, and this. Now, the question is, would I say, oh, and then I'm having dinner, have a date tonight, so then I'll be doing that later? No, probably not.
No.
Probably not.
I'm good with that, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, y'all let us know. Should we just keep it to ourselves, even though we are not exclusive, even though we know they are dating other people? Should we just play coy, keep our cards to our chest, and just, you know, when I'm with you, I'm with you?
I think that's the answer, but I would love to hear what other people think.
They do not want that honesty, so that's what we is with that. Also, we need to talk about a little bit, and it might be a whole nother other episode about dating consistently versus exclusively. And honestly, a lot of times when you're dating someone consistently, the expectations creep into your head because of
that's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother time. So that's why I said
that really is. Especially for women. Yeah.
Especially for women, because I have several friends that I've had conversations with that have been dating dudes consistently. And I'm like, hey, well, charge it to the game. Now, I date somebody consistently. At some point, them expectations start creeping in. And, well, no, you're not my man, but you call every day. So if you don't call for 4 days, obviously I'm going to notice.
What am I going to think about that?
Right. Yeah, so, exactly. But that ain't your man. But it was a consistent. So we're gonna do, that's another episode.
When the consistent becomes inconsistent, and then there's a problem, but you're not exclusive. So,
and is that when you get inspired to say, hey, we need to talk about this?
It might be. There might be.
Now that you ain't been consistent, we need to talk about being exclusive. Because I can't really say,
even though there's a reason probably that you stopped being inconsistent because you're doing something.
But it's like, but you know, realistically, you can't say nothing about the inconsistency because you ain't exclusive. But you've been letting.
That's a whole nother topic.
We're gonna get into that. But I'm saying, but you be like, I'm just going cool. We cool. He consistent. We cool.
Or how we gonna approach that?
How you gonna approach that? And then my theory is the next one is gonna ask for exclusivity and gonna get it. And we're gonna be on the other side saying, congratulations. I thought it would have been me standing there with you. Congratulations, baby.
Wait a minute, you started Disney and then you went to gospel.
I hope you're happy. I have range. All right, let us know. Y'all comment, like, subscribe, share. Thank y'all for riding out with us. We're gonna be
Thank y'all
out here.
We're fast approaching 100 episodes.
Fast approaching. Last time we counted. We're gonna do something.
Don't ask me how many we got. I don't know.
Don't ask how many, but we approaching 100.
We know that.
But we don't know how many we got, but we approaching 100. And we gonna celebrate. Hopefully y'all will celebrate with us. And again, y'all the reason we do this. Like if wasn't nobody listening, we'd be like, girl, I am not gonna keep recording my hurt feelings for the week.
You sure? Because I think we would.
Probably would. We probably would. It's just be recording.
Why not?
Our weekly powwow anyway.
It's therapy. It's therapy.
It's therapeutic. We love y'all for it. All right. Tell a friend, share it with a friend. And thank you for being our friend. Make sure you like our Facebook page so you can also see videos and lives and stuff we're doing. In the meantime, and in between time, oh no, he didn't.
Girl, yes, he did.